So if you've been on our site in the past like 2 weeks, you'll probably notice that we're sold out of 50% of our products and like 90% of inventory. And the way it typically works is like when our inventory hits a certain number, I put an order in to replenish the stock that we've sold. And it takes a few weeks to produce the supplements and then be shipped to our distribution center. But there's been no way to accurately project the amount of growth we've had the past couple of months, and specifically weeks, that we've sold out of nearly everything. So the site is limited in what you can order right now, but we should be restocked within a week, 2 weeks max. So I thought it'd be a really good time to talk about in this video Bare Performance Nutrition, how we've grown over the past couple of years, how we've scaled our company from making $20,000 a year to 6 figures a year starting this year. Now 6 figures doesn't sound like a lot for a supplement company, especially in this industry, but it's a milestone. And our next milestone is 7 figures, which we predict and expect for 2017. So I kind of want to give you some insight on just the things that we've done to grow our company. So people ask me all the time how I started Bare Performance Nutrition, and it was between junior and senior year of college. Took on a small loan to get started, and it was something like that I always wanted to do. I had the thought, and I've been doing planning up until that point, and I got back from some military school, and I finally was just like, I'm just gonna execute. I'm just gonna take the step and the leap, take the risk. And the thing is, you can do as much planning as you really want, and planning is important. Being proactive is very important, but execution, a thorough execution cannot replace any sort of planning or preparation at all. It's just like anything in the military. Anything we plan, we put so much time into planning, but as soon as we go to execute, typically the plan goes to shit and you just react. So being proactive is super important and planning is super important, but execution and being reactive is like what makes or breaks you in business. So a few videos back, I was talking about these pieces of seaweed that they were giving us when we were in the field, and it sees right here, but I don't want this whole package. I sent my brother a pack back in Texas. He showed it in his last video. So it's just like these right here, and then you put like rice and stuff with them. So I'm gonna get these and try these out at home. One of the hardest things I found when starting a new brand is building awareness behind it and some sort of buzz. When you don't have much startup money and you can't really invest much into marketing and advertising, the best thing you can do, and that I learned, is to build brand around yourself. So market yourself as the brand. That's what I kind of did with YouTube and social media. If I would have realized the benefit of that early on, I would have started a YouTube channel. But in the last 2 years, almost 2 years that I've been running the channel, that's where I've seen so much success in the build of brand awareness and buzz behind the company. So if I could give like one tip to new businesses or new entrepreneurs, it's to build the brand around yourself, build a community, and YouTube is a great place to do that. I have to give a lot of credit to YouTube. There's music underwater? Really? So this past spring and summer, they built like a really nice swimming pool here at Camp Casey. So this is my first time being here, and you can tell everything's like brand new. Almost reminds me of like when I went to Vegas. So between junior and senior year of college, me and my buddy found this like crazy deal for a spring break Vegas party. It was $300 round trip flight from Pittsburgh to Vegas, 3 nights in, I think it was the Riviera. It was like on the far end of the strip. It wasn't a really nice hotel, but I mean like $300 for a round trip plus hotel night in Vegas was a steal. So we did that. We spent so much money extra other than that. But here, I'll just show you what this place looks like. See, like this cabana area right here, which is really nice. The full pool. There's a whirlpool and like a hot tub on the far end. It's way too hot for me to go in that right now. Got Joel chilling. Regular dive and then a high dive, which I'm about to go off of. So a lot of people, when they get out of the Army, like they'll either grow their hair out or they'll grow their beard out. But for me, I just want to be tan like year round. So I'll probably keep my haircut the same way it is the rest of my life. Maybe grow facial hair out a little bit, not like a full beard, But I just want to have like a base tan, not a farmer's tan, not like the neck and hand tan from wearing uniform all the time. A nice tan just year round. So I've been craving one of these for a while now, and they've been sold out for the past couple weeks. Macros aren't the best. One of these complete cookies, so for the whole thing, it's going to be, now one cookie is 2 servings, 12 grams of fat, 50 grams of carbs with 8 grams of fiber, and then 16 grams of protein. But it's just a quick snack. Stop by the grocery store. I'm going to make like a more healthy version of eggplant parmesan tonight for dinner. And this is all you need for the meal or the recipe. So you're just going to need 1 egg plus 1 egg white, some sort of mozzarella cheese. So I'm just using this 2% Kraft mozzarella cheese. It only has like 4 grams of fat per serving. A few pieces of eggplant. Now this is like, I don't know, Korea eggplant is like very small compared to the stuff back in the States. And then some sort of pasta sauce and breadcrumbs. That's all you need. My mom used to make this meal all the time, like weekly back when I was in high school. And the only thing that really makes eggplant parmesan unhealthy is the fact that you fry the eggplant prior to baking it. So we're just gonna eliminate that step. So what you do is you just slice the eggplant into like 1/4-inch pieces. You dip it into your egg wash, which is just the 1 egg, 1 egg white, and then you just dip it into the breadcrumbs. I'm using 2 servings of breadcrumbs, which is 56 grams. And then you just put it on a like baking tray. Put some spray, Pam spray down there first. Bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes at 375. And then when it comes out, you just add your sauce, your cheese. You rebake it so it kind of just forms a eggplant parmesan mold. And that's it. I'll have the macros on the screen for this. But this is like a single serving of just eggplant parm. One thing I did do though, when I was cooking the eggplant, I flipped it over halfway just to make sure each side was crispy. And it comes out a whole lot cleaner and a whole lot lighter than if you would have fried it. You save a whole lot of fat and a lot of calories as well. Alright, so today's workout is a shoulders and arm workout. The way I started off, and like this is a fun workout for me because it's all volume, all hypertrophy stuff. So I did 2 variations of shoulder presses. So like I'll use a hammer strength machine, and then I'll either use dumbbells or barbell press, and then I'll go into a side lateral raise, and I'll do some stuff for front delts, rear delts, and then arms. So for arms, I'll do a total of 12 sets for biceps and 12 sets for triceps. So about 2 videos back, I discussed my current training split. So the first 3 days that focus on compound movements and power, those are more rigid and structured. So I stick to the same movements, the same accessory lifts on those days, because that way I have objective measures and I can assess and change my workouts or training based off of my progress. Those next 3 days though, the hypertrophy days, those are more flexible. I can kind of change workouts up as I go into the gym. So say there's a weakness or there's something I need to improve on or build up, I'll add that into the workout, and then I'll change up exercises from workout to workout to build a more developed physique. Now, the thing I want to touch on in regards to business is growing organically, and it's something we chose to do for multiple reasons. One, finances. We took the initial loan out, and then we just grew based off of our cash flow at the time. And I knew I was going to be in the military for the next 3 to 4 years after starting the business. And of course, when I get to Korea and I'm not in the States anymore, that's when it starts growing, which has been a very interesting struggle and experience being over here and scaling a business. But we decided to grow organically because we didn't have the cash flow in the beginning to make these big decisions and bring on very popular social influencers or put money into advertising and marketing. So we took it slow. And I knew I had some time until the business really needed to be my sole and primary source of income. And that time is coming up here in 7 months as I'm transitioning out of the military. But we decided to grow organically, and that's what a lot of people are going to decide to do, just for finance reasons and the money you have on hand at the time. The current situation. This washer works, this one doesn't. This dryer works, that dryer doesn't. There is some chief warrant officers' laundry in here, which is done. Some lieutenants' laundry is done in here. This is my stuff. Only option is move his stuff to the dryer, put this lieutenant's wash right there. I hate doing that. And then I take this. Can you imagine if these guys walked in as I'm filming their laundry? It'd be really weird. Fog is ridiculous. So that guy walked in while I was taking his laundry out. He was pissed. Alright guys, so that's the video. The main message I was trying to get across in this one is just be persistent with whatever it is you want to do. Whether it's running a business and being an entrepreneur, being a doctor, being an athlete, being a student, things take time. And it's not going to always be on your specific timeline or convenience, but with effort, hours, experience, knowledge, you will grow. So it took me 3 years and 2 separate YouTube channels because my first YouTube channel I ever created, I could not get past 27 subscribers. So I deleted the account. Take the risk, be willing to take the risk, and then just do huge things. I will talk to you guys in the next video.